Well, hey everyone, this is going to be an update to the previous video that I did. To recap, I had purchased this very monitor, and I opened it up, and I hooked it up, and for the most part it worked fine, but it did have some distracting backlight bleed on all four corners. It was distracting enough to me anyway, to where I wanted to return it, issue an RMA through Newegg, and receive a replacement one. So that took about 10 days to do and all, and it cost like $37 to ship the first monitor back and to get this one. So this is the replacement monitor that I got, that I received. I've had for a couple of days now, and I've been using it. So I just thought I'd update you guys on what I think of this one. So this is the box that came in, just like the other one, and just like the other one, it also arrived a little damaged, maybe even worse than the first one. There was this big gash here. Looks like this is a flap that came open, but it was just all torn here, and now it's just hanging there. But just like the other one, though, the monitor was not damaged. It was just fine, so that doesn't matter, I guess. But anyway, though, enough of the box. This is the replacement monitor that I received, and this is the same screensaver that was running in the other video with the first monitor. This is the same screensaver, and if you look closely, you can still see backlight bleed. It's mostly in these two corners right here. It's still the worst right here in the bottom right corner, and there still is some bleed up here in the top left corner. Now, in the bottom left corner, it's not as bad. I don't really see any down there, except for maybe along the edge of the bezel. And there also might be very minimal bleed up here, and again down here as well. But it's still the worst right here. Like, there's this big blob of light, just like with the first one. That's still just as bad. So to be honest, I am disappointed in the quality control of these monitors, because this should not happen. I do still have my my smaller monitor here. This is the 23-inch ASUS 1080p one that I've been using for a while, and it does not do this. There still is the typical IPS glow, that's to be expected, but this is not pleasant. This is not present in the corners. And if you actually go up to the monitor, like down here, and you put your hand around the bottom, and you can kind of squeeze it, and you can kind of see the backlight actually does bleed a little less when you push it in from the back. So that tells you that it should not be there, and it can be eliminated if it was properly put pressure on the back there. And I can turn off the screensaver here, and I'll go to this backlight bleed video test on YouTube. That may even give you a better idea. So this is a perfectly black screen, with the exception of the white text, and this is the backlight bleed test. Now, optimally, there will not be any light bleed in anywhere, but as you can see, there is some bleed here and here, and it looks like there is now some bleed down here in the bottom left corner as well, and maybe just a little bit up here, but not too much. This one is the worst again, and this one's kind of bad, and these two corners are not as bad, but it's still very noticeable, so I'm not sure what to do. I'm definitely not going to get another. If I do return this one, I'll just get a refund, and I'll just be out of like $75 in return shipping, but I'll still get my my $400 back that I paid for this monitor, minus the $75, so I guess like $325. But I haven't decided yet. I might just keep it, just because I don't want to deal with it again. I don't want to mess with it. This one might still be a little bit better than the first one, but it's not better enough for me to really be completely happy with it, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That is the ASUS PB278 LCD monitor. It has great specifications. It's got a lot of features for the money, and it's all great on paper. But if you do plan on buying this monitor from Newegg or anywhere else, just be aware your monitor may have some backlight bleed issues. And I've read some reviews about people that have had no backlight bleed, but they've also had dead pixels and maybe even some lines across the screen, or even fingerprints behind the screen. Now, I haven't had any of that. Both these monitors have been fine, with the exception of this backlight bleed. So there you have it. Just my fair warning to you. It might still be worth the gamble. Maybe you'll be lucky and get one that's perfect. But I have not been so lucky. But anyway, though, this is Brett Darian. And that's my update video for you all. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might keep it, or I might just get my money back and just go back to my 1080p screen. But anyhow, that's it. So thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.